Are we overstating the worries about debt maturities and repayments that are in the pipeline?
I think so. There's no question that there's going to be distress coming. The signs are all there. But I also think that we will see banks and other lenders continue to work with borrowers to work through the situation. And we've seen that historically. So the sort of the doom and gloom that's out there, it's not to make light of it, but it is to say that there are pathways that will be less drastic than maybe what we're hearing in the media today.
I guess some firms and banks have worked out extensions of debt and leases. That would be one way to mitigate the problems. Am I right?
That's correct. And we've seen a good bit of that in 2023. And we've also started to see repricing of certain assets. Buyer and seller equilibrium is being reached, which also helps in terms of starting to move volume. It's sort of a more realistic take on pricing, certainly helps the market.
So while there may be some distress, I hear you say don't get overwrought over it.
That's correct. And also, you have to remember that certain sectors like office, which have a secular issue since the pandemic, will be more impacted than other sectors like industrial and multifamily, where the fundamentals are much better.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about that, because when people talk about commercial real estate, they're inclined, I think, to think of it as a monolith. It definitely is not. I mean, there are all different kinds of commercial real estate. I suppose the one that has attracted the most attention and the most concern in recent years has been office. Tell us how that is faring.
That is correct. And that obviously was against the backdrop of the pandemic when folks were forced to work at home. But over the passage of time now, we're seeing a normalization in office. It's not to say that we've gone back to pre-pandemic levels in terms of office attendance. Everybody knows that hasn't happened yet. But we do see folks coming more and more so coming back to the office, whether mandated or voluntarily, for culture reasons. That's pretty common, that you'll see folks coming back for the culture in the office and the collaboration in the office. And as the economy has slowed, employers have been more likely to mandate return to office because there's not as much competition with other companies that might be more flexible. So it's stabilized.